Hey there, welcome back. So let's face it, dealing with a physical injury is not easy for many reasons. One of which I really want to talk about today and I want to focus about, and it has to do with maintaining your mental health. So, you know, independent of a physical injury, many people battle with depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, eating disorders, body dysmorphic disorders, etc., etc. So when you are accustomed to being busy and active and you feel you have a sense of control over your life, and then you're faced with an injury that, let's be honest, nobody plans and all of them suck, it can be a little daunting on your mental health. So what do you do to maintain and even improve your mental health and continue on your journey and your path with the things that you have had planned or you had foresaw for your future? And so what do, right? Well, what I do, I continue to implement the same things that I did before, although I have noticed that it is a little bit more difficult for me to do them. And I think a lot of that has to do with not only being able to get around, but also the time that I spend thinking about how I need to adjust my life. So, for example, I really wanted to get back to stretching and exercising, and I really wanted to prepare for one of the things on my bucket list, which I have not yet shared with my family, which is another funny story because I tend to do things and not really let anyone know until the time has come. So, for example, in the past, I've went out and I've gotten my motorcycle license without them knowing. Of course, I started this YouTube channel without them knowing, and a couple of other things. I have wanted to always compete in, and or not just because I want to finish top. I'm not expecting to, at my age, to finish in the top at all. But I really did want to, complete a triathlon. So I love swimming. I'm a very good swimmer. I love biking, and I'm not so much of a good runner, but I wanted to kind of conquer that, right, and achieve that. So I did want to, at least do a triathlon, at least, if not 3 different sports combined in one, at least 2. I did want to compete in a Spartan race this year. And so a lot of that has changed, and it has had an effect on me because essentially the universe has told me, no, you're not going to do that this year. So I have to kind of readjust myself and where I'm going and what it is that I can do. So what I want to share with you today, and this morning, for me it's morning here, but is how I prepare for my day. And despite whether or not I'm going to go out for the day or not, I still have kind of a routine where I give myself some love, and that has to do with taking care of my hygiene. And so I can talk to you a little bit while I do that, okay? So one of the things that I do is I like to listen to soothing music. YouTube is really good for having lots of music on Reiki and elevating your vibration. But I also like listening to things like Lauren Daigle and worshiping God, because I am a believer. I would not be where I'm at today without his love and adoration. So, I really believe that through Christ all things are possible. So I lit up this candle, which I keep in my bathroom. Usually weekly, what I do is give myself a nice bubble bath. It's usually accompanied by candles, roses or flowers, and then also some wine or champagne, and lots of bubbles and quiet time and music. Can't soak anymore, at least not right now. So this is why this candle is here. This was given to me by a family member for Christmas. So I still keep it in my bathroom, and I have it lit here. It helps for me to soothe in my moment, at least, and it has a little bit of aromatherapy component to it as well. But right now I'm just taking off some, all you ladies know what I'm doing, right? I'm taking off some of that makeup from yesterday that didn't come off. I thought I took it off completely, but apparently I did not. So I've already cleaned up. I'm just doing this just to kind of share my morning with you. But, you know, taking care of your mental health means that you really have to stay focused, right, on what you can, the things that you can do. And so just because, you know, I can't necessarily run or walk right now, I can walk, right, with some crutches, but just because I can't run or walk does not mean that I'm not going to get dressed. And for me, I'm so used to wearing activewear that it can be a little depressing when, you know, you kind of realize that you're not getting dressed for the gym or for the walk or for the bike ride. But I've realized that despite that, I'm going to still continue to put on these, you know, articles of clothing that I own. I'm not going to sulk and sit in a, you know, big t-shirt and a sweater all day. That's going to only contribute to me feeling down. I'm not going to do that to myself. I refuse to go that route. I also refuse to sit around and gain lots of weight because of my injuries. So having to modify my diet, having to replace meals or reduce some caloric intake is very important. I am not a makeup artist or professional. So if those of you out there are watching what I'm doing, you're probably having a little mini stroke. It's not my thing. I don't spend tons of hours putting on makeup. I am also not very good at putting on makeup. So hence is probably why I always look the way that I do. But you know what? It is what it is, and I got to work with what God gave me. And yeah, it's not about that. But I am going to make an attempt to cover up some of my dark circles under my eyes. But anyhow, and it's interesting because one of the things I think about all the time is men. You know, men, they age as well, and they get fine lines and wrinkles, and they also get, you know, dark spots under their, dark circles under their eyes. And what do? They're not sitting around putting on makeup. At least I don't think they are. And they still look good, right? They also get all these grays, and they don't, I don't think, go through as much trouble as women do. And a lot of that has to do, I know, with society and how society tells us that, tells us women, and even men, right, how women should look and sets up that ideal. And it's really not fair because that's not the truth. You know, nowadays you have women going and getting all of these Brazilian butt lifts and all this other stuff and looking like Jessica Rabbit from, you know, Roger Rabbit, those of you who know are familiar with the movie. And women do it. They even have ribs removed, you know, and they have all kinds of surgery to look that way. And you know what? If that's you, then hey, go for it. But to me, it's not me, and I could barely deal with the sutures I have in my ankle right now. So yeah, and it's funny because all right, just getting back to the mental health, right? I'm putting on some mascara. Can't really see what I'm doing because I'm doing it in my phone and not in the mirror, but I can see enough of it to know that I have it on. Other people may never notice my mascara, ever. But this is something that I do for me because then I feel, and part of it is habitual, but part of it is that I feel that I'm ready for my day. And I'm not going to lie, there was a time when I was much younger that I thought it just made me look fabulous. But whatever, but I still go through my daily routine, whether it's putting on a little bit of makeup or making sure that I'm, you know, taking care of my hair and getting dressed for my day. Showering is important. Today I think I'll do my nails. I did call my pedicurist and manicurist to see if she would come take care of me, and it so happened that today's her day off. So I will be texting her later and see if she's still willing to do that home visit, which is a little tricky because of COVID, but I'd still do go see her even with COVID. We just keep our masks on. So you see, that's my makeup routine. I was done in like 2 minutes. I'm going to take care of this right here, right now, real quick, because I do have to dye my hair. But to be honest with you guys, even though I'm up and around, I'm doing stuff, it's really very exertional for me to navigate and manage my hair. So I am not going to dye my hair probably at least until after I see the doctor on Thursday, because I don't know. I'm hoping that, you know, whatever he does to my foot, it just feels more stable, because right now I really don't want to injure it. But it's exertional getting around. I'm huffing and puffing and doing a lot of heavy breathing. So I do want to get back to at least, you know, maybe doing some weights here. I do have some stuff here I got to take care of. I did have a recent birthday, so this injury occurred 6 days after my 52nd birthday. So yeah, but hang on a minute. Let me get the hair dye. It's like a little powder. I'll show you. Hang on. It's right up here in my cabinet too. It's called Gray Away. I am by no means making a commercial for them. I really don't think the product is that good, but it's what I have, so it's what I'm going to use because I'm not able to go to the store. And I'm not a big online shopper, but this has like a little foam, and it's, this is a powder, right? I don't really like it because it makes your, it just covers it up a little bit. But it makes your hair like a little, like, not sticky, but you could just feel that you have something on your hair. But I'm just going to cover this up just a little bit, just to trick my brain into believing that I'm like, you know, a little bit younger. It might make me feel a little bit better. And that's what this is all about, right? Grooming is about feeling better. And sometimes you have to even trick your brain into believing that you're well so that you can function differently. I recently saw something about mirror exercises where, so for example, it's my right leg that's injured, but if I use a mirror to exercise, did that help? Or am I just fooling myself? Maybe I need to put more. So if you use a mirror to exercise like the good leg, like even just to lay on the floor and do like some leg lifts, your brain is tricked into believing that you're using the other leg. Okay, so I'm done. Now I'm going to screw this back in here. I'm getting excited because I know that I'm almost finished. Okay, so that's done, finished. And then now, so what I've done to trick my brain is I've taken out, this is one of the tops that I've biked in before. And so I'm going to put this on because it makes me feel like, woohoo, I'm going to go do something. And get those endorphins going, right? That's one of the things that you miss when you can't exercise, is that rush that we get from the endorphins. But I'm going to put on this shirt. I really don't like wearing my hair up. I've had to do it more and more because of what has happened with my leg. I also don't like wearing it curly. All you ladies out there, you want to give me some advice, please do. So it's still a little bit wet, but you can kind of see already from, I can dry it a little bit with the blow dry, I guess, but you can already see that my whole, maybe I can do that, that my whole kind of, maybe aura, I don't know if it's aura, what do you guys think, has changed a little bit, right? And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this up here so that I have, I've got to fix it better, but it's so hard doing stuff when you can't really move. But I don't want to whine. I get sick of hearing myself whine. I'm not much of a whiner, but then again, maybe I am. I think my daughters would say different. Then, to crown myself off, what I do is I love earrings. So I have these. These are a tiger's eye earring. These are my mom's. I think I'll wear, so when you're exercising, you're not really wearing earrings, but I'm not really exercising, right? I'm just tricking myself. I might actually do some stretching and some upper body just when I'm sitting, like with some free weights. I have them right here, but I have to have somebody grab them for me. But I think I'm going to put these on. These are my jade earrings, and I like wearing these because I just feel like they help to lift me up. I don't know if you guys believe in stones or not, but I do, crystals. So I'm going to put these on. See? Yeah. I'm going to put those on, and where's the other one? Okay. So yeah, so you know, when you want to take care of your mental health, you really need to think about continuing your routine. And even though you may have to adjust your routine, or add to it, take away from it, but don't ever forget that you have to give back to yourself, right? You still have to give to yourself. You still have to take care of yourself. And if your thoughts are focused on all the things that you can't do, then you're not going to feel very good. So staying focused on what you can do is very important. And I really encourage you to continue to prepare your mind for the battle that you're in right now, right? So making sure that you're eating enough, you're sleeping enough, you're still taking your vitamins, and you're doing the things that you can do. Use the internet, right? YouTube is very good. I've traveled recently to the Netherlands. I've never been there, but I used Google Earth and looked at some pictures, and I learned about it. I even learned a little bit of Dutch. So, you know, keep at it. Okay, well, thanks for spending time with me, and we'll talk soon. Take a look at some of my other videos, the ones way at the bottom. They talk a little bit more about mental health and maintaining yourself and your perception, and why it's important to really understand perception. All right, we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.